Okay, folks, hello and welcome back to Closer Encounters Live here on Blogtalk. We got about a minute left and we'll be starting. So thank you for joining and hopefully we'll have a good show. Just getting my Facebook logged in here and away we go. Alrighty, let's see here. Closer Encounters. Should be much longer now.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blogtalk Radio.
Clarence?
Yes.
Matty B. The figures I used to see were kind of shadowy at first.
He is pointless to resist, my son.
Yes, this is Linnea.
Hi, my name is Rosie Stephen.
Can I ask Clarence, from his experience, do you feel that they were what they were after?
Yes, I posted something the other day where I listened to you and a guy from Australia something.
Hi, Clarence. This is Phil.
It's Bruce Henson from the Canadian group.
The cell phone seems to have dropped through a wormhole. I can't find it.
I woke up with 3 small figures, the Greys, standing next to my bed.
Hi, Clarence. This is Colin from Australia. How are you? Yeah, it's Mike and June. How you doing, Clarence?
Hi, Clarence.
And what kind of experience have you had?
Clarence is an empath. Just having trouble with my smart TV. It turns out to be a dumbass TV.
My name's Lee. Lee Stacy.
This summer, I've seen all kinds of bizarre things in the sky.
Really? You want to hear my story?
I have an extended spine that is called a top potato, I guess you would call it. It doesn't stick out, but it goes way past my butt.
Your fellow administrator, Melissa Bryant.
This is Tim. Pollard.
Well, if you don't get it now, you get it because I opened a wormhole by accident.
Yeah, second to Melrio Forum. How you doing, brother?
I've had 3 sightings, 1 in Massachusetts, I've had 2 in Hollywood, California, and I've actually got to see an extraterrestrial.
Well, I'm stuck here on this planet and I can't get off it. That's how I felt.
So what is your mission here on Earth, Dog?
To raise the planet Earth of all its oxygen. And that's how it resonates to all human women.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Everyone looks at the sky, and we're drawn to the heavens.
Hi, Clarence. This is Carol. I've been watching Ancient Aliens since the beginning. I was hooked from the very first show.
I want to have a question to take on
This is Mike. This is Lee's brother. Hey, how you doing? This is Dan. I'm an admin on the Ancient Alien site. Just wanted to call and say hey.
It's just a shame that we have people out there who take things funny like this.
I'm going to tell you a secret, people. Hold on now. Hold on to your seats.
Or making crop circles. That makes a lot of sense. It's brilliant.
What I did was I had to call in as a guest on my own show. Can you believe that?
Rob, is that you, sir?
You sure, you bet. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Clark, Queen, how are you?
Oh, that's crazy. I went to the 4-foot stack to National Enquirer.
his description of them was a classic, what would be described as a classic gray alien.
I don't mean to sound sexual, but Sharing the Night Together was a song we used to sing together.
Hey, John.
Hi. Hi. I finally made it.
All right.
So,
I agree with Clarence. I think this was one of the best shows we've ever had.
Oh, I had no idea that you had an encounter with the Grays.
when it vanished and disappeared, it made like a sonic boom.
Thank you for your show.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Good night, and keep your eyes to the sky.
Well, hello and welcome back, everybody, to Closer Encounters Live here on Blog Talk Radio, the show where you, the listener, is also the guest. It is one beautiful, beautiful weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and I am so happy to be around, and I'm glad everybody's joined us, that's joined in so far. It's just a fantastic day. A lot of things going on this weekend for folks, and I hope everybody's having fun. And, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Before we get started, I just wanted to check here real quick on the page here on Facebook. And according to this right now, we have a total of 62,342 members just in the Ancient Alien group alone. That's fantastic. So here I thought we were already over 63,000, but maybe we've got rid of a few, because I know we've been having problems with a lot of trolls and so on and so forth, but that's going to happen, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But I do thank everybody that's asked to join, and we got a lot of people in queue yet that are trying to join, and we will get with you as we can. You can believe it. But right now, I mean, it's been overwhelming. It really has, and it's been really, really hard to try to keep up. And it's just it's just been crazy. It really has. Okay, I am also live on YouTube. If you'd like to watch instead of holding on to your phone or whatever you're doing to listen in, you can go to YouTube and look up Closer Encounters Live, and you will see me there. Now, I will not be commenting on that particular posting because I am using Google, and I am actually using the Hangouts section, which is a live broadcast, but it posts differently on YouTube. Even though it's on YouTube, it's kind of a crazy thing, hard to explain. But you will see me live, and I just won't be in the chat room there. The chat room on Blog Talk Radio is open. If you happen to be a member or whatever, or a follower, and you're on the Blog Talk site listening in, the chat room is open, and you can chat with me there. Or better yet, you can call us here at 347-989-1008 and chat with me there. So I'm all over the place. Yeah, one way or the other, you can and will find me. Alrighty. It looks like we have a caller here, and I believe this is Norma, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Norma. Are you with us?
Yes, I am, but I just want to listen.
You just want to listen. That's not a problem. We can do that. All righty. So I'll put you back on hold. And
I love hearing you.
What's that, dear?
I said I love hearing you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm really, really happy for that. I hope I'm doing it justice. That's all I can say. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to slide her back on hold here, and let's see. All righty. So I'm hoping Tim and a few others will call in tonight. We haven't seen Tim in a while. I know he's around. I've seen him come in every so often, jumping back and forth. But anyway, what we did today, we did something a little different. I've never tried it before, and I've heard a lot about it, and I've been looking into it, and you know, it is what it is. I actually went live on Facebook today from the Closer Encounters page here that I have on Facebook. And I did a little demonstration about the black holes that everybody's been talking about out in outer space. And I used an apparatus, it's called a blue bowl. And if you haven't seen the video, I hope that you'll take your time and actually see it. It's been posted in all the group pages. It's on YouTube also. You can look at it on YouTube under Closer Encounters Live, and look for the posting of black holes, and that will be the video that I did this afternoon. It was pretty cool. I took an apparatus, like I said, which is called a blue bowl, which is used in the prospecting realm, you know, hunting for gold and stuff, and we use it for our cleanup during prospecting. And just by the way this thing works with the vortex of water and how it sucks up the lighter materials and puts it down through the center of the bowl, gave me the idea about the black hole thing, and how much that black holes in this are pretty similar, and how it would work. And so I set that up in the backyard, and I did a video about half an hour, I guess it was, and you know, went through and showed you what it would look like and how the vortex works and all that stuff. So, you know, I thought hopefully, you know, I'd get some comments, and hopefully people were watching it. And I decided to do a radio show tonight, and hopefully we'll get some comments and whatever. Or, you know, if somebody knows more about it, which most anybody would, knows more about it than I do, it'd be much appreciated, you know, to give me your input. I love input, so it'd be really cool. Okay, let's see here. It also looks like, hey, we have another caller. This is a 313 area code. I don't recognize this particular number, but let's see who we have here. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. What's that?
I just wanted to talk about a close encounter I had.
Cool.
It was when I was listening to a song called Blank Messages by Eddie Clark. I felt like I was having a close encounter with this big penis, because Eddie Clark has a big penis.
Okay, so this is what happens when you get trolls on your radio station. Everybody's got to be a funny person, you know. And, you know, I don't know why people go out of their way to do such antics as this, but, you know, more power to you. I mean, you know, I got the X button, and I can just kill you, you know, so there you go, you know. Maybe you can go back and have another encounter or whatever, you know. Good luck with that. It's amazing, you know, and this is the thing that we have to deal with from time to time, and you know, sadly but true. We get a lot of this also in our page feeds, on our blogs, on our posts and stuff, and you know, I'll never understand it. You know, it is what it is, I guess. So just let it go. Don't let it. Try not to let it bother you. It does at times. I understand, believe me, but you know, we can. We got ways of taking care of it. So there you go. Oh Lord. So anyway, what I want to do here is let's yeah, for those that are wondering what time it is and stuff, it's actually 6 o'clock Central Time, so it's going to be an hour different for those on the East Coast tonight. You know, that's how it works, and I think it's like 2 hours difference for West Coast, maybe, or Mountain Time. I'm not really sure how that all works going the other way, but yeah, somebody was just asking me about that, but that's what that is. Okay, I'm going to pull up Google here, and I wanted to go to the okay. Got to hit enter for it to work. Ah, here we go. Crazy. Alrighty. It looks like we have another caller here. This is a 613 area code. Let me see here. I'm not sure if I got this one here or not. Doesn't look like it. So hopefully this is something good. 613 area code. You're on the air. Good evening.
Hey, bring it. Hey, Clutch has a big pot.
Ah.
Hey, Clutch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Put the clutch on me.
Okay.
That's a really good encounter. Hey, Clutch.
Okay.
Like memories. What the fuck you saying?
Yeah. Okay. Unbelievable. You know, really. I guess they got them stacked up, lined up. You know, you must have a little box out there somewhere that says "Trolls jump in." You know, whatever. So, oh, fun. Nothing better to do on a Memorial Day weekend, but you know, troll somebody's radio show. Ain't it something? People wonder why I keep doing this stuff, you know, but it's fun. You know, what the hell? Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. Let's see here. Black holes. Okay. I'm going to give you a description here. The definition is a region of space having a gravitational field so intense that no matter or radiation can escape. And, of course, the second definition is a place where people or things, especially money, disappear without a trace. I've had that happen a few times. It's pretty funny. Unbelievable. I see Norma just left me a comment here. What did she say here? I just called. I hear you. Love you. I'm trying to talk to you, but don't seem like you can hear me. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me bring you back up. Oh, no, she just went off the air. Okay. Yeah. I had her on mute. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is a 111 number. I'm hoping this may be Lee or Colin or somebody. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Clutch.
Another one. Thank you. Okay. Keep going, guys. I mean, I got all night. You know, we're here for a couple hours, so, you know, whatever you need to do. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. I think it's funny how they can match their numbers now on cell phones and all kind of crazy stuff, you know, and it's just the way it goes. Try. You know, if they had this kind of energy put forth into something that they could really do something with other than trolling all the time, it'll be really worth their while. Anyway. For those of you that are live on YouTube, how do you like my new light? Ain't that pretty cool? I got that. Yeah, here we go again. I got this. Well, I ordered it. Oh my gosh, about a month ago, I guess. And it came all the way from China, so it took them a few weeks to get it here. And I don't know. I mean, let me see here. I'm going to turn it a little bit. But yeah, it makes a nice little addition to my studio here. Yeah, it looks like we have Norma with us again. Let's bring her up here. Hello, Norma. You back with us, dear?
I am. I don't know what
Okay, well, yeah, when you said you were just listening in, I went ahead and muted you. So if you were trying to talk, I wasn't hearing you. It's my fault. So I won't mute you this time. I'll just leave it open. And if you want to talk, feel free and I'll hear you. Not a problem. Okay, we're going to try this other caller again. It may be a troll, it may not be, but we'll try it. Hello, caller, you're with us? Yeah, it's a troll. Here we go. Okay. So anyway, it's amazing. Man, this guy just won't give up. Unbelievable.
Dennis, I got a question for you.
Sure, go ahead, man.
You there?
Yep.
Well, we've talked many times about this stuff, and I just want to know where your mind is at when it comes to our beginnings and our history, and like, where is it all taking us to? What do you think? What's your take on it?
Oh boy, Norma, I tell you what, we could open this up to a wide variety of things here. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you my input on how I perceive it. As you know, I was raised in pretty much a religious background, and my father became an ordained minister, and so I had many variances of religion in my upbringing. Being a preacher's kid, throughout the years and stuff, was a different road, so to speak, and after my visitation that I had, of course, I didn't say much to anybody about it for many years. I kept it inside. And it wasn't until I got older and stuff, I started researching more and doing other things. And it kind of dawns on me that, well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But who's to say that these visitors, and I'm sure there's many, this is just my gathering on it, that, maybe they were sent here by God. Maybe God himself is just, one big alien, or, who knows what. It says in the Bible how they made us in their image, things like that. And of course, the Bible to me is just another writing, much like Mesopotamia writing or Egyptian writings or whatever else. It's handed down through centuries and centuries. It's been translated over and over again, republished over and over again. Things are taken out, things are put in. So it's really hard, to follow certain things, as it is. So anyway, the way I see it, yes, go ahead.
So far, I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know more about what you think, what you believe. I'm just curious. I love your mind.
Oh, well, thank you.
I just want to learn more.
Well, lately, we've been looking, Bruce Fenton just wrote a really good book about us. Yes, about ancient man and stuff, and how we did not come out of Africa, but we went into Africa, and so on and so forth. The last couple episodes, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Actually, you know what? It may have been the very first episode of the new Ancient Alien series that just came out. Dealt with just that kind of thing. And what they showed in the show was how there were, well, if you take the world and how the Neanderthals were in one part, the Denisovians were in the another part, the Homo sapiens were in another part, and so on and so forth, making you think or believe that each of these species of man is a separate creation by a separate entity, and we were all kept separated because of the geological realm, the oceans, the rivers, and so on and so forth. So we never would have known that one another existed in this period of time. Then came the big deluge, whatever you want to call it, the catastrophe that pretty much did away with the rest, and we were left. I mean, the Homo sapiens was the winner, whatever, and we were either picked or left behind or whatever, and the other ones became extinct in some form or another. Obviously, there's genetics there. We found traces in our DNA. We know that these people actually met one time or another. There's proof of interbreeding. And then you got all your different cultures, like your Asians, and so on and so forth. So, we all evolved, if that's the word you're looking for, differently and whatever. But so, there's the thing. Now, as far as what we are doing, I kind of wonder sometimes, and it's a wide open area, if they weren't producing another race or another species that will actually turn into what they are now later on down the road, so to speak. So in other words, we're like their offspring. We're growing up, and as we move along in our evolution, that someday we will be a better mold, a clone of what they are today, and we will carry the torch and, do the thing. That's just a synopsis. I may be totally way off base. But,
I'm following you so far.
Mm-hmm.
I understand everything that you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, do you believe it's some of us or all of us?
Okay. There is a difference, and I'm going to say some of us. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because you look at human species, mankind, across the board. There is so much with the good and the evil, okay, that this is where things are starting to I say unravel, and I think this is the part of the genome that they want to take care of, that this will eventually be taken out and there won't be no more of that. They want the perfect specimen. So this is what this is all about. So as we progress, we're going to start seeing a lot less of this hatred and, murdering, thieving, stuff like that. So this is what I'm thinking.
I agree.
Yes.
I'm following you. I definitely agree.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So later on, because it's going to take us, Norma, who knows, maybe another 1,000 years. It's hard to say before we even come close to being what they want. And then again, we may never make it. Maybe that strain just won't, maybe they'll have another flood and start over,
Got another question, please.
Absolutely.
Do you believe in God or the superior being?
I would love to say both. I would love to say both.
Okay.
I really do.
Next question. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Okay. What I believe in is the energy as far as reincarnation. I believe our soul has an energy to it, call it what you will, an electrical spark, whatever. But I don't think that ever dies. I think no matter what happens to your outer body, that you always have that particular spark and energy. And I honestly believe they gather it back up and they put it into their next project or whatever, they put it on a shelf and they, or whatever they do with it. But I believe it's transformed. Yes, I do, honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Again, we're on the same page.
Cool.
I am an avid Edgar Casey fan, and I have died twice.
There you go.
And I know that it's on. So this is just blowing my mind, and it just makes me reinforce how much I love you from the very first moment I met you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I remember when I first joined the group and you guys all took me in and like, hey, I was so overwhelmed. I really was. And I still am. It's just amazing, of the fantastic people I've met along this journey. And, and you guys kind of shoved and pushed me a little bit and said, come on, you can do it. And, and it's because of you is why I do what I do, and the people I meet along the way and stuff. It's just fantastic. And I can't complain. It's been an awful great experience for me. And I hope I can give something out there to other people. And, I am so open for chat and debate and whatever. And, I've changed my minds on a few things. I mean, obviously, there's really some smart, intelligent people out there. So,
Yeah.
it's just a matter.
I've changed my mind 100 times.
There you go.
Since I first began this journey. But it's because of people like you and the people that are on Ancient Aliens, and you can research and expand your mind and open yourself up to possibility.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. And there are some things that normally, and I'm sure, we've talked about like the flat earth and stuff like that I just kind of laugh about, and I don't get too involved in it, what I'm saying. It is a funny thing, and the Nibiru thing and all that stuff, and we laugh and we joke about it, whatever. But, I
threw that out only because it is a possibility. Whether you believe it or not,
right?
It's a possibility. And we don't know this until we go to the other side and remember.
This is true.
But it's all in how you look at things.
Yeah.
And it's all in what you research.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, and here's a kicker. Speaking about other planets, Planet 9. Now, I just got done watching this just a few nights ago here on the Science Channel. And had to do a lot with NASA and the telescopes and stuff like that they got going out there. Now, according to them, of course, they have found, we've got other solar systems in our galaxy, or our neighboring solar systems and stuff like that. And they've noticed that we are missing one big giant planet that's supposed to be within our solar system. Every other solar system out there that they've studied so far and have looked at all have identical features except for one. And we are lacking that one feature ourselves. We are lacking this one planet. Now, the kicker to this is they're pretty sure that they have found this other planet, but it's so far out there that you can't really see it. But they know it's there just because of the surroundings and what's happening around it, okay? But they speculate that this may be the one giant planet that we've been missing in our own solar system, because it's in our orbit. Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, I think I see Lee Stacy on here, and I'd love to hear her voice.
Oh, absolutely. We can get her to call in. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It looks like she called in. I'm hoping she's here. Lee, are you here?
Well, let me look here. We do have another caller here. Let's see who we got there. This is 617 again. Hello, caller.
Hey.
Say what? You're skipping on me here.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about the thing you said before about those, those stupid prank callers, about them coming from heaven or God, whatever it is. And I just wanted to say that they came from, if they did come from heaven, I think God wanted to inform them that God hates the Jews. God hates the Jews.
Okay, thank you. Wow. Yeah. What do you do with guys like that, Norma?
I didn't really get to see what he was saying.
Yeah, it's just another troll.
Still where we stayed, and she was here because I'd love to hear from her.
Yeah, no, she hasn't.
Egypt fan.
Yeah, no, she hasn't called in yet. We're the only ones so far online right now. So hopefully, because I always, when they call in, I see their number and then I can pick them up. But so far, it's just you and I. So, but I'm hoping they're listening. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be great to hear from her. No doubt about it. I'm going to actually, we set up a trip here with Colin and one of his friends there from back home in Australia. And here within a week, I'm actually supposed to meet up with them down south. And then we're going to travel and see Lee and her brother Mike and stuff like that on the 7th of June. I think we're going to be there. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So it's going to be a good time.
I really haven't been on the group that much.
Mm-hmm.
I did a marathon Ancient Aliens yesterday. It was fabulous.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a 111 number. Now, this might be Lee, I'm hoping. Is this Lee?
Hi, yes, it is. I just wanted to say.
No, it's not. Yeah. Okay. Masking her numbers again. Just keep going, guys. I got all night, no big deal. We're here for 2 hours. So if you want to keep pranking, prank away. Yeah. This shows how ignorant you are, really. Wow. Yeah, unbelievable.
It's a shame. People want to make fun of what they don't understand, nor do they research it.
No.
But once you talk to someone who's been there, seen it, it's a whole new ball game.
Ain't it though? Ain't it? Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And I'm glad they're having fun. I mean, at my expense, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me none. It's not a big deal.
I don't understand people like that. I just don't understand. But then again, unless you've been there, hearing it, felt it, you just don't know.
Exactly.
And if you do, you don't make fun of anybody anymore.
Yeah. Well, maybe tonight they'll get a visitation and they'll be calling in my show going, "What was that?"
I don't care. Another visitation. You and I seem to have had different experiences. I have nothing but fear.
Really?
You, on the other hand, accepted it. Yep.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's ironic because people say that all the time. You see other comments and stuff and posts, and people will talk about how they're going to destroy us and how mean they are and how afraid they are and stuff like that. And I never got that part. But
I don't say that they're going to destroy us or that they're mean. I just think that me and you,
right,
we don't have an option.
Right.
Like they have a program, they have a plan. You just are there, and you don't get to have a say-so in it.
You're absolutely right.
That's what I.
Yep, you're absolutely right. We don't have a say in it.
I don't like not being in control. I want to be the one that says you can do this, you can do that. And yeah, I've read all this shit about we sign contracts and that's why it happens to us and all this stuff. But I don't care if I signed a contract.
No.
I still want to be in control and say, no, you can't do this.
Exactly.
You can't. That's the part I don't get and I don't like.
Right. You know?
Yeah, and the faces of them scare the shit out of me. You and I have always been different about that.
Yep.
I have a fear, but different ones out there. There's different grays.
Yes.
There's grays that I guess are okay, and then there's grays that are just friggin' mean.
All right.
And I must have got a hold of someone that was mean. You know?
It very well could be. Yeah. And this is what I was saying earlier about the good and the evil. Now, according to like Linda Moulton Howe, she mentioned one time about, she mentioned one time about the chessboard of life. And we're just pawns, which is obviously true. And you got the good aliens entities versus the bad alien entities. And depending on, you know, which one they made or who they made or whatever is, you know, is where we're at. Now this one might be Lee, I'm hoping, or Colin. Hello, caller, you're with us.
Hey, Clarence.
It's Lee. Hello, Lee. Finally. There you go.
Hey.
Woohoo.
Been a while.
Yes, fantastic, fantastic. Problem is our troll tonight. Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear you.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, Lee, I'm so glad to finally hear your voice. This is Norma Day. And I know you're into Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what now?
I said, I know you're into Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, very much.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing your voice.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good to hear you guys too.
So, what have you been doing, Lee?
Trying to get in on your show.
I hear you.
I've heard the last few, but for some reason I didn't get in on them.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we've been missing you. I've been looking for Tim too. Yeah. I've been waiting for Tim too. I don't know what's happened to Tim. I see him on today.
Yeah,
you know, and he's commented, but he's,
I missed him.
yeah, I wish, you know, I hope he comes in, you know, anyway. But yeah.
So, Clarence, what do you guys plan on leaving?
Well, Colin and them are already on vacation. They're in Switzerland now, I think, or headed that way. I'm not sure when they're actually going to land in the States, but they're making the grand tour, you know. So, yeah. But we plan on.
They were in Dubai.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But we do plan on being at your place on the 7th of June. That's the that's the thing. So, yeah.
Sounds like a fun and exciting trip.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to pick him up in El Paso. Him and his friend. What was that, Norma?
You're picking him up when?
I'm picking him up on the 3rd or 4th. 3rd, I think it was. Yeah, I'd have to look at my schedule again. Yeah.
Are you driving all the way from Minnesota?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Going all the way down. Yeah, I'm going down to El Paso. I'm going to pick them up, and then we're supposed to go to Roswell, then into Albuquerque, and then over to you. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Cool.
Lee, where are you at?
I'm near Gallup, New Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, you're actually on the west side of the state, right? That's almost into Nevada.
No, I'm actually about 30 minutes from Gallup.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm about 2 hours from Albuquerque.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, not too. Yeah. I-40 goes right through there, so, and you know that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But that's where we're going to meet you at, is in Gallup? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yippers. I'm hoping we'll get to take a little drive out to Chaco Canyon.
Yes, that's exactly what I'd like to see. Yeah. That's interesting.
I think that's what we plan on doing. That's my brothers took that day off, and John also took that day off.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Cool.
Hopefully the three of us will get to meet up. I was hoping to get you guys will try to have my brother get the Zuni elder, what's his name, Clifford Mahooty,
Okay.
to meet with us. I'm not sure if that'll happen.
Okay. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed. That would be interesting. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what
So
actual?
lucky. It's on the other side of the world, I swear.
Where are you at?
By Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got a lot of UFO sightings here, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
I heard you guys talking about encounters. I'm like Sharon on that. My brother, he, on the other hand, is like Clarence. I mean, nothing will bother my brother. But for me, I'm like Sharon. All that kind of terrifies me, and I have a healthy respect for paranormal.
There you go. Yeah.
I kind of watch from the outside because my brother does have, a lot of encounters with things, and I kind of live through him. But for me, I think certain people attract it though.
I do too.
And I'm not one that attracts that. So I think certain people, for some reason, whatever it is about them, that they can attract, other, I say species or,
Right. I almost have to agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I told Clarence a long time ago when we talked, and I have researched this, and it seems to run in families. It's like they tag someone, and then they follow them, and they follow their families, and yada, yada, yada. I don't think it's so much a hit or miss. I think we're kind of tagged, and then they follow you. And I've had weird things happen until I went to the time where I could not reproduce. I got too old, and I think at that point they kind of drop you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because I do think that the whatever they're doing on humans is to extract eggs and sperm. That's my positive opinion about that.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think my brother has ever had an extraterrestrial encounter, but he, like I said, paranormal. He's had quite a bit of that.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm so terrified of it that I won't allow it into my space. And that's why I keep a cat, because cats can sense, certain things.
Absolutely.
So anything, my cat's head is popping up if there's,
Good alarm bell.
My cat sleeps with me, and so I think, I've heard that sometimes there certain ETs have an aversion to like cats like that.
Yeah. I've heard that too, that certain animals, well, we know that cats and dogs and that have a really sixth sense about people and, their,
they really,
yeah, they know.
Really do.
Absolutely.
Animals have that. Yeah, their sixth sense is really enhanced.
Yep, absolutely.
And I witnessed that, to the extreme.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it time and time again, and that's really.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. It really is, and people have it.
Amazing. I mean,
people.
Yeah.
People do carry it. They do have it. That's where empaths come from, basically. It's what they call an empathic person. Now, does everybody have it and just doesn't use it or whatever? I don't know, because like we were talking earlier about the good and the evil, I think some people just don't carry it at all, and they just flat out, they just don't care or whatever. But yeah,
maybe they don't care. Me, I know I have none of that ability.
Oh, I think you do. I do.
I do have to say, like, Clarence has had like a positive experience
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I did. I have this unbelievable fear of them, and I'm more towards you are.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing that bugs me is I don't have a choice, and I don't like that.
Right.
You know, that's my main thing. And I'm a real spiritual person. I believe in like ghosts and spirits and life after death and reincarnation and all that. But I just don't like that I don't have a say in what they can come up and do. You know,
right.
That would be scary. Yeah, that would be scary. I wouldn't like that. And I'm kind of like you, Sharon. When I think about, you know, aliens or ETs, it's not always a positive feeling for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I keep leaning negative, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's from just influence or what, but
I was just going to ask you. You think it is from influence, or you know?
I don't know. I have a feeling that if we do have an encounter, we're not going to enjoy it.
Right.
And that's just me.
Right.
That's just what I feel. You know, I don't know where that comes from, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know,
but I hear so many people that have a positive, you know, that say, oh, that, you know, it's going to be that they're looking out for us and they're thinking, you know, but then again, I was looking at somewhere where it said there's 160 different types of species of aliens.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I can get into all of that. I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to try to debunk that. I just like to know how they get this information, how they figured that out, because that's, you know, I mean, there could be more than that for all we know, you know.
Well, and that to me is the real reality. I mean, just look at our planet and look at the different species of animals, and I mean, all the way down to microbes and bacteria.
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't even, we still, you know, find new species all the time.
Absolutely.
That we've never encountered before.
Hey.
I'm just saying, if I ever have an experience again, I wanted to be with the Nordics because they're like nice and kind.
Right.
I don't like the gray.
Yeah.
I hate the gray.
There you go.
Especially like big, you know.
That's funny. Hey,
I certainly don't want to have no encounter with reptilians.
No, me either. Not from what I understand. Yeah. Looks like. Hey.
And that's again. That's what terrifies me. That if I have an encounter, I'll probably be a reptilian, and I'll probably faint and die.
Gosh, no, I hope not. I hope not. Hey, it looks like we got Tim with us here. Let me, I believe this is Tim. This is 479. Hello, Tim. Is that you, sir?
Yes, it is. Greetings.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Wow, this is great. Great.
Hi, Tim. I don't know you yet.
It's been a while.
Yes, it sure has.
I know, it's been a long time. And I'm sorry about being late, but I got caught up doing other stuff, and I'm just thankful I was able to catch it, you know, in time, because I'll tell you what, 2 hours, you know, when we're sitting around doing nothing, 2 hours seems like forever.
Doesn't it though?
But
yeah.
Whenever we get on this platform and we get on here and we get talking and everything, it seems like we get caught in a time warp, and the time just feels like it's a few minutes.
Absolutely.
It does. It really does.
Well, according to my clock, according to my clock, we have 1 hour.
Honey, what do you know?
What do I know?
I can't know
Oh my gosh, dear. What do you want to know about?
Anything or anything, you can tell me.
Tim knows everything.
I'll tell you one thing. I find it really. I'm really getting. I'm sorry that I haven't been on here lately. I missed the past couple of shows, I believe.
Right.
I was I took a little time out and had to go decompress. And I went down in the mountains of Arkansas.
Beautiful.
And chilled out for a while and just really got my head right. And
good.
And really just got right with myself and in tune with what's going on around me.
Sure.
And you know, it has to do with, you know, what I've talked about before, about feeling like I was chosen to be a spiritual leader or a spiritual healer.
Yes.
You know, a modern day shaman. These things are coming more and more evident and more truthful every day.
There you go.
And you know, it has to do with where and how I got involved in this whole process of looking at the world around us in a lot different light. You know, we see these pictures now. A lot of them are photoshopped of these floating cities in the clouds and stuff all around the world.
Yep.
Now, I don't think all of them are true, although I think many of them are true because I have seen it firsthand. I've had my right in front of my face. I mean, as clear as anything imaginable. I had these pictures on my old phone, but I was down on highway interstate 20. Was it 22 or 24? 22, I think. The new interstate goes from Memphis down to Birmingham, Alabama. And I was on my way to some place down in Georgia, and I was driving down 22, which was back then it was Highway 78, and anyhow, it was all interstate. But I was down on the Mississippi-Alabama line, and I looked up in the sky, out my driver's side window, and I seen a cloud that was square. I seen a square cloud. I mean, it had the right-hand angle. It had a square right angle, and as square as anything can be square, you know. And that type of geometry does not exist naturally in nature. It does not.
Right. I don't think I've ever seen a square cloud.
Perfect right-hand angles and perfect circles don't exist in nature, not naturally.
Not like that, no.
They have to be made.
Yeah.
So you know, and what was so amazing about this was that it looked like the clouds were like CO2 clouds. You know how you make the clouds out of dry ice and water?
Sure.
You know, you put them together and it makes it. And well, you know how it flows off of that mist will, you know, like a cross table, and it will look like a waterfall going off the edge of it. Well, that's what this cloud looked like.
Wow.
The edge of it looked like the cloud was a waterfall off the side. And I had to stop. I had to pull over to the side of the road and get out and look up there, and to know what I was looking at was real.
Right.
If this was real. This was not something that was nothing of mine. No hallucinations or nothing like that. You know, I was perfectly straight. I was a commercial truck driver. I was driving over the road. I was hauling frozen food all over the country. And anyhow, I've seen all kinds of weird things. But that in particular thing right there let me know that these floating cities are not something that are made up. These are, you know, in the Bible and in all ancient texts all around the world speaks of these cities floating in the sky. And that's why we always look up to see the gods, because that's where the gods live in the sky.
Sure.
Well, I believe that's real. I believe that is something that's real, that's around us today, and that we live in a.
I love that.
Sort of like, what was that movie? Gosh, I just had it. The Matrix.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's kind of sort of like that, but not that deep. You know what I'm saying? We're we're not plugged in. We're not living in a hallucination. Although the world that we live in is made up. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural. The world that we live in is not a natural flow of things. If it was, Donald Trump would not be president if it was natural.
Just say that about my
And I'm a Trump supporter. Don't get me wrong. But man,
I'm not.
hey, how far out there? How far out there do you have to be? Would you be, say, 5, 6 years ago, if somebody said that Donald Trump was going to be president? We'd all tell
Okay.
him you're full of crap. So, but anyhow,
But hey, dude, I want to ask you guys.
These are impossible things that happen around us. You know, they go
Sure.
on.
Yep.
And, you know, that things happen that shouldn't happen. You know.
Yep.
I want to ask you guys, do you know, me and my brother were talking about this. Do you think that time is speeding up, maybe something in our solar system, or not really our universe, but maybe within our Milky Way galaxy is causing time to go so much faster? I mean, I thought May 1st was just a few days ago. Now it's
Right.
almost half May is almost gone. You know, and we're talking about. I mean, it just it flies.
Yeah.
I'm going to let everybody else answer, and then I'm going to answer.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start off, and then I'm going to let you guys do your thing. Well, hold on just a second. We do have another caller. Let me grab this caller. They've been holding for a while here. This is a 218 number. Hello, caller. You with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Who we have here?
Hello.
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 Oh, you're saying hello.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I do believe that the events that happen in your life at that month makes time go faster. Which would mean that the events on the outer space would make things faster out of space. But if you ever had a month where everything, you know, you're busy all the time and you think that, wow, that month went quick.
Right.
Or do you think that, wow, that year went quick?
Well, that's a good question.
I think, wow, that decade went quick.
Absolutely. And here's the thing.
My life went quick.
Yes, absolutely. And I was just going to say that. You're absolutely right, Lee. Yep.
Well, I mean, my kids were babies not that long ago. Now
Absolutely.
Well, my son's going to be 26.
Doesn't it seem to you, and you're right, doesn't it seem to you like it was just yesterday? I mean, how many times have you not seen a friend of yours, let's say for a year, and all of a sudden you bump into this person and they look so different and things are, you know what I'm saying?
That's happened to me quite recently several times.
Absolutely. And it's just, but yet if you've seen this person every day, you would never notice that particular change or things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think time, I honestly believe that time has a lot to do with all of that. It really does. And just like you were saying, yesterday we were kids in high school. Now I'm in Minnesota at the age of 56 years old. I mean, you know, everybody's grown up and gone. And
remember when we were kids, it seemed like time dragged.
It did drag. Yes. We couldn't wait to get out of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So where does the time go? What? Yeah. Go ahead, Norma.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something I've actually been studying about and trying to understand and learn. In Earth time, we view time as linear. We view time as a beginning point, a middle point, an ending point, whatever. But in actuality, in spiritual and different time, there isn't different, you know, like it's not linear.
Right.
Things are supposed to happen and I haven't got my mind wrapped around this
Mm-hmm.
yet.
Okay, so say if you took a spaceship and you went out beyond our moon into toward or maybe like I said, if you got beyond our planet,
Right.
there's no night and day.
Right.
There's no.
No.
You don't have 9 days.
Right.
So time there is not a lot different than what we experience.
Well, here's the thing to remember. Yeah, exactly. What we are dealing with here on Earth is man-made. That's right. It's man-made time. Man's calculation, man's minutes, man's seconds. If you were to shut all that out and just forget about time, don't even look at a clock for the rest of your life, you wouldn't have any clue other than the sun going up and down on what day it was. It wouldn't matter to you.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's really hard to understand spiritual time and our time.
Absolutely.
Our time is linear, but that's not supposed to be what it's really like.
No.
And again, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, and that's one of the things I'm trying to study.
Mm-hmm.
Because spiritual time, there is no limit to that.
Exactly.
Man puts limits on time. Spiritual time has no limits.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
Very, very true. Absolutely. Good answer. Good answer. Absolutely. Very good answer.
And also time and making a calendar and all those things are what us humans do to control our environment.
Exactly.
To have some feeling.
Well, I mean, we all know we have a morning and we have night, so we have to sleep. Our bodies, we have to have that night because that's just the way we're made.
Right. Right.
Well, we're programmed that way.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm 58 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
I go to bed. I go to sleep at somewhere between midnight and 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
every night.
Right.
And you're like my mom.
And every
My
morning.
mom was exactly the same way, but I'm totally different now. I have to be in bed by 10.
I wake up.
I'm not like that. I'm programmed
wake
somehow
up.
weird, I guess.
I wake up and I'm alive every morning at 10 minutes to 6.
There you go.
Every morning, my natural alarm goes off and I wake up.
Yep.
And I do my diet plan. I got a diet plan that I use that I go by, and I have a morning shake, and I take some vitamin supplements that I take for nutrition.
Cool.
That's my breakfast. And then for lunch,
I
I
go to
usually
sleep
have
when
something
I'm
light.
tired, and I wake up when I'm not.
There you go.
And I don't. But you know
What
what?
time is that for you?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time is that for you? Whenever.
It depends.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm tired, I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it could be 10 o'clock or it could be 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Or
Or it could be 2 days, or it could be 1 day, or it could be whatever.
Right.
But I go to sleep when I'm tired.
Right.
I don't go by if you go by a clock, you're programming yourself to be up at this time, go to bed at that time. And if you're not tired, don't your eyes pop open? Like you try to close your eyes and
Oh, absolutely.
you're not tired and they pop open.
Lay awake in the middle of the night. Yeah.
But I lay there for like hours before.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But what's important, the key to this.
But that doesn't happen very often.
The key to living a good life like that and not being able to live on short of 4 to 5 hours, maybe sometimes 6 hours. At the absolute most, I get 6 hours sleep. Most of the time, it's around 4 hours.
Yeah.
I sleep.
But I know. I hear other people that have that. I have to have anywhere from 9 to 10 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to have at least 9.
Yeah. Some people are like that. Absolutely.
But you know, if you get a good restful sleep, and you go into that deep REM, and you get a deep REM sleep, what that does for you is it just, to me, I feel fully invigorated, fully fresh and everything, you know, but I have, now then,
Can you go all day on that 5 hours? Because even though I sleep at least 9 hours, I come home for lunch at work and I can actually go into a deep sleep for 15 minutes.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I'm not kidding.
If you can get a good power nap like that, if you can get a good power nap for 15, 20 minutes a day, and keep it at that, a lot of people, hey, they feel refreshed. They feel.
I do that a lot.
For me,
Which
I get into it.
Yeah.
There's so many things we can study.
Which tells me is that every person has a different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Right.
Our chemistries are different, but I think we're all the same. I think that a lot of people, our environment has a lot to do with it, and our social structure, whatever we do for work, how we live our lives, how we live, our diet. Our diet has a lot to do with how our body feels and how sluggish we feel. And because believe me, y'all, 2 years ago, I weighed 360 pounds. And today, I just weighed myself here a few minutes ago, and I weighed 201 pounds.
Wow, congratulations, Bud.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
good.
And I did this without no exercise. I didn't have to run not 1 mile. I did not have to go to any gym. I didn't have to go do any exotic thing or nothing, you know.
Congratulations.
I just changed my eating style.
Yeah.
I changed my eating style, my eating habits, and also got the nutrition that my body needs.
There you go.
I get the true nutrition. I don't eat a lot of junk food, although I do crave chocolate. Speaking of chocolate, man, it's just unbelievable. But outside of that, that's the only thing I have. But I put that with cinnamon.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I want to know though. Can I ask a question for all of you?
Sure.
I want to know, when we go back to does time go faster, does that mean if we sleep longer or if we don't sleep, would that make time go faster?
I think time itself is changing.
Yes.
Now, I believe that our world that we live in, because how can you ever really know? We don't have an accelerator. We don't have a speedometer sitting up to the earth.
But Tim, let me stop you right there. Maybe we do. We don't know what's going on. We can't get beyond Mars.
Yeah.
So how do we know that something in our like I said, our maybe something in there is going faster?
Well, you know, here's
something that's accelerating because I'll tell you, I spent a lot of times staying up all the time. I get turned on to some kind of study I'm doing or some type of research I'm doing, and I'll turn around and it will be 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll look outside. I'll look out the window and it's getting light outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been up all night.
Yeah.
I've been up all night, and it seems just like I've been awake just I'm like, no.
That's what my brother says.
Exactly.
I just came in my bedroom, and now it's already the sun's coming up.
Yep.
How is that possible?
Well, you know, here's.
I'm not going to sleep not one bit. I didn't. The only thing I changed by habits was I didn't get the sleep that I needed.
Yeah.
But I go ahead on days like that. I'll go ahead and stay up. I go ahead and not get any sleep that day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. It doesn't make me want to crave sleep, but when it comes to when I get around to going to bed and laying down and going to sleep, I'm telling you, and I do this all the time anyway. But I've had people actually time me.
Mm-hmm.
By the time my head hits the pillow, I'll be snoring within 30 seconds.
Sure. Yeah.
As soon as my head hits the pillow, I start going.
I'm sorry, I'm like you. I'm probably snoring too.
Exactly. Here's something that people should try, and I've had other people try this before, and you always get a different kind of deal with it. But sit down and actually face a clock and watch that clock for exactly 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And watch, if you got a second hand or whatever, but literally sit there and watch that clock for exactly 5 minutes. And while you're doing that, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, man, this thing is taking forever. I mean, literally. Then you close your eyes and kind of snuff out your ears so you don't hear nothing or whatever, and try to perceive 5 minutes. Try to do that in the darkness for 5 minutes and wake up, or, open your eyes and look and see what time it is. You'll be amazed at how much time has passed from your perception of what you know to be an actual 5 minutes and what you think of 5 minutes is. Yeah, it's remarkable. It really is. I've known people to go almost a half an hour, Yeah, it's really something.
I have a question, and I don't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
This is Norma Day, and I don't get to hear from Lee Stacy very often.
Hi, Norma.
Sweetie, I just want to know, what is your draw to Egypt? We have that in common.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And I know this is going to sound like really way out there.
Nah.
But I just love everything Egypt, anyways. But I posted this. I posted this a couple of times. I recently found out that I'm a certain tribal nation. Also, it's called Santo Domingo Pueblo. Well, the Pueblo are actually descendants of the Anasazi, and there's all different kinds of Pueblo. There's the Hopi, the Zuni, let's see. Oh my gosh, there's I can't name them all, but there's a whole bunch of different types of Hopi Pueblo. So I found out that I'm part Pueblo, and being that part, or like I said, descendant of Anasazi, which Anasazi they've dated their sites at about around 12,000 years old.
Right.
Some of them, and so, like I said, this is out there.
No, that's.
But and Grant and I put up. I seen on the Ancient Aliens some post on what they found in the Colorado River, that cave that had.
Yes.
All kinds of different, they said, Egyptian artifacts.
Yes. Yep.
So I thought, maybe Egyptians got with the Pueblos, and who knows, maybe I could be Egyptian.
Hey, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Why not? Why not? They also found.
I don't know where it comes from, but I'm totally fascinated. I think that civilization is just mind-boggling. What they accomplished here on Earth, and I just love it.
Definitely a gifted group of people, no doubt about that.
I actually had 2 readings from past life, and actually had 2 lives in Egypt, and that is what I draw to Egypt. I just have this love of everything Egypt.
Wow.
It comes from being there. I mean, when I see anything, the stuff that you post, it brings me back. I just
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, Norma. Norma.
I have that same feeling, Norma. Maybe we were there together.
I do too.
But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker.
With ancient Egypt, just getting more and more and more every day.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though, at the time of say Cleopatra, what those palaces look like? I mean,
oh my goodness.
The colors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They actually say that the pyramids were, I think, were white, and they had a gold
Where they were outside.
a
Yeah.
gold top to it.
Yep.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
The pyramids were actually coated with, they had a marble, they had a smooth marble surface on the outside of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on,
They
on,
had
on the,
huge crystal bowls, and they say some of those floors were crystal.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt that a bit. Yeah.
well, they have crystal properties in them. They're made out of granite, pink granite.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stones and a lot of the stone used in the megalithic structures in ancient Egypt were all made from red granite.
Yeah.
Now, I think that we are on the threshold of finding some new evidence going on.
Absolutely.
But I've also done a lot. I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of studying. I've done a lot of studying on Egyptology and all this stuff. And I'll tell you what. One thing that changed, and that time itself has changed since Dr. Oh gosh, what was his name? Oh man, I've just been looking at it. The guy who discovered King Tut's tomb. Now, he came across. I know his name too.
Scott something, wasn't it?
Oh gosh, dang it. That makes me upset, but I'm not going to. I'm going to dwell on that right now. I'll come back to it. It'll come to me in a minute. But when he first went into what became King Tut's tomb, he did not know what he was going into. He thought that he had just discovered some type of a structure that had been buried in the sand. Now, when he cracked the seal on his tomb, it disrupted the flow of natural energy. Now, there was a natural energy flow that was already going on within the world, within the earth. It's been going on since the earth has been made. Since the earth was designed for this electrical flow that happens within the surface and within the structure, down into the core and out into the outer atmosphere, out into the ionosphere. We have electrical flow around us, and that's what gives us life. That's what gives us life force energy. This is what the ancient civilizations tapped into as their source of electrical power.
Well, and I think that's what the pyramids were, an energy source.
Pyramids were part of that. Pyramids were part of that power grid. But what happened is what disrupted that flow. It happened in 1925 when Professor, it's just right there. Oh, God, it'll come back to me. Come to me again. When he cracked the seal of the
Carter.
Carter, that's right. Yes.
Professor Carter.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been something me.
And the Pharaoh's curse landed upon him.
But anyhow, there was a natural flow that had been going on.
Mm-hmm.
That was sitting. Now follow me on this, y'all. Now this is I'm going by what has already been explained and been figured out. That part of the reason why the ancients mummified themselves was for eternal life, because they wanted to make something. They wanted to leave something that was going to last eternity. And what they did when they made these tombs,
didn't they think that when they preserved the body that was going into it, the body was going to go into another life?
Right.
Right. It was going It's to be transformed.
Yep.
Because he was mummified, and he was they go and do the not autopsy, but they remove all the organs and everything.
Right.
To mummify him, they put all the organs into jars.
Yep.
And they put those jars in the tomb with them.
Yep.
When I picture the pyramids or the glyphs, I picture energy coming from them.
Sure.
I mean, I can see it as quick day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Well, and the other thing, I was watching one video is that the Egyptians used sound to heal.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It sure did.
Yeah, the Egyptians.
And don't we have, like, there's a certain megahertz or something that's...
Well,
Exactly. I'm in.
if you look up, we don't have time tonight to go into it, but you can look up Michael Tellinger, Earth energy, natural Earth energy. Look at just Google up Michael Tellinger, and you will see all his presentations, all his lectures. Watch it, and he talks about the Almighty Om.
Right.
He calls it the Almighty Om. The sound. The sound. The Bible calls it. There was a great bang, and everything just started existing from the Big Bang Theory. I don't believe in the Big Bang Theory, but that's what they say.
Right.
But that part is there's a sound.
Mm-hmm.
The sound is at the core of life itself. There's a vibrational awareness. Once you get to the vibrational patterns that exist, like you take sand and put it onto a sheet of paper, and then subject that to loud music, loud sounds of not so much music, but a rhythmic sound. Right. And it will change patterns. That sand will naturally change patterns.
Right.
Different frequencies, different vibrations give out different sounds.
Yeah.
Different vibrations will feel.
What's sad is that this stuff is out there, but our government seems to be poisoning us, and they don't want us to be healthy. They don't want us to learn these things, and it's like are holding us down. And
again, we go back to the early 1920s. Okay, we have been. Our world has changed since King Tut's tomb was opened. It changed the vibrational character that's going on around us.
Yep.
We had a force field. Around the earth that would keep us in tune with everything around us and keep us going. But when they started going into these different, unlocking these tombs, unlocking the seal. When they break the seal of these places, it changed the vibrational awareness that we have going on naturally within the earth. That happened in 1925, and if you look at what happened since 1925, I mean we've had the atomic bomb, we've had the I mean the industrial revolution that took place in the 1890s. It didn't really take off until the 1920s, and then the 1920s it just went bonkers, man. And we've been going. We've been on this wild
and
ride.
all that stuff, uranium, plutonium, that's deadly to human. I mean, just touching it is deadly to the human. It's not natural. We're not supposed to be near that stuff, and it's not in harmony with really who we are, who we should be. You know.
Right.
Right.
I've been drawn to the sky. Hello?
Yep.
I don't mean to interrupt you people, but I've been drawn to the sky. I can't get enough of it. And it's changing out there.
Sure it is.
You have things, the moon is closer. If you look at the moon, it seems closer than it did back in the 70s.
Sure.
In the,
and it could be.
It very well could be. Yeah.
Seems to be drawing closer.
But everything's a cycle, and everything does change. Nothing's ever going to stay the same.
Right.
Even our planet and our universe, it's always going to change.
But but I'm so drawn to the sky. Like you say, you're drawn to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawn to the sky.
Right.
I am too.
Where,
yeah.
Yeah. But it's also I find. Well,
I'm drawn to nature, period.
Yes, me too. Yep.
Let's cover a show. You still there, baby?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, folks, we have another caller here.
Nature fascinates me. The Egyptians and how they lived fascinates me. Nature, everything in nature fascinates me. Animals, bugs and
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I think it's all part of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have so much diversity of life here on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing I've been watching. Now there's some shows on YouTube, and I think there's discussion shows that are on BBC and stuff like that. But in the past 7 or 8 years, they have been discovering new life forms in the depths of the ocean.
Oh, absolutely.
That go beyond anything of natural forming here on Earth.
Absolutely.
They did not evolve on this planet.
No.
Oh wow.
These creatures are these cenophobes, however it's pronounced. They do things that are unnatural.
Right.
To our way of thinking. They took this one particular creature, I don't remember what it was, some type of cephalopod, and they cut part of it off. They cut like a section of it off. It grew back.
Yeah, just like a frog or a lizard.
It grew back.
Yeah.
They took the brain and they cut the brain in half. To see what would happen? It grew the other half of its brain back.
Oh my God!
You got something?
Crazy.
Oh.
Now this goes beyond any biological sense of understanding that we have that we know of. Nothing in our world does that.
Right.
And anyhow, they're looking into this. They're looking more and more. They're looking into more things that really don't make sense in society or in nature.
So sorry, we had your show. What do you want to talk about?
Well, right now, I just, no, that's okay. No, we're doing good. But I do have another caller here. Let me bring this other one. I think this is Sid, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 631. Hello, caller. You're with us.
Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, Clarence?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Very good. Hello, Sid. Hey. Very good.
Been a while, man.
Yes, it has. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Oh, man. Yeah, just been working a lot, man. I did a radio interview last night on, I put it on Descendants of Atlantis today.
Cool.
Actually, it was a Zoom Skype interview on video.
Cool.
And about human origins. I had, we talked about Darwinism and, how to like totally debunk it.
Right.
Because a lot of people, it's basically, it's a religion.
Yeah.
I mean, I speak with a lot of scientists and stuff, and there's a lot of things that just don't add up that we take for granted. Like more missing links than there are fossils.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, but
wow.
Well, this is of course on Facebook, and then you got to take it with a grain of salt. But I've been seeing they're finding like certain types of things that are way older than what we know as far in history.
Yes, absolutely.
Like fossils and stuff like that.
Right. Oh yeah. Right. Oh yeah. There's the big thing that I talked about on the interview that the guy wanted to have me on for was because I'm releasing a book probably in like a month or two, and I found evidence to show how every human on the planet, regardless of their color or where they're from, has a basic blue eye behind the brown eye. I think I may have spoke about it on the show a long time ago.
Yep.
But that can be, raised. So anybody with brown eyes, amber, hazel, green, and even blue can have their eyes, the blue eyes would have their eyes brightened, because everybody knows that a lot of people with blue eyes, and you'll see some people with sparkling blue eyes, like very, very blue.
Oh, yeah.
And some types of blue like that are actually called albinism, a type of blue albinism.
Correct.
And, blue eyes, green eyes, and gray eyes have the highest rate of melanoma, eye sensitivities, So it would make sense that melanin would protect the eye just the way it starts to protect the skin with freckles and just the way it protects the hair. So if the human form was created, say maybe even in a laboratory,
right?
That's why I wrote about, you know, the Lab of Eden.
Right.
If you take an albino, if we were doing an experiment in the lab and we added a little bit of melanin to an albino, a little bit to the eye turns the albino eye, surprisingly, a grayish blue. A little bit to the hair turns it from a white platinum hair to a blondish color, and the skin will have less of a very, very pale hue, like you'll see the difference between certain albinos and certain people who aren't, that you do see a difference in the skin tone. So if you add a little more, you get green eyes from blue eyes. Now, this is a fact scientifically, because if you get the laser surgery to remove the melanin from brown eyes, you can go from brown to light brown to green and to blue. Wow. If you have dark blue eyes, you can lighten the blue eyes. The surgery is in Laguna Beach, California. Dr. Greg Homer is the pioneer of it. So when I went on the show and spoke about it, it's only controversial because a lot of people believe the scientific lie of you know, out of Africa theory that we come from apes. You know, and I mentioned that you know, there's no transitional species fossils. So they wordplay it to say it's a missing link, implying that it's missing. Don't worry, we're going to get it. You know, it's only been 150 years, but, you know, we're going to find it. Then it sets two different peoples against each other. It says black people are closer to apes and white people are from caves. And Indian and Chinese people don't exist. They're Mongoloid. So when you look at Darwinism on the whole, it created racism because it classified people in races.
Sure.
Even the human race is not correct. It's really the human family.
Right.
And now the whole bottom line is that brings people together is when you look at any group of people, you can realize, like, wow, all of these people have a basic functional blue eye. Now, if the blue eye wasn't functional behind the brown eye, you could have an argument to say that maybe it is a recessive gene, this and that, because people start to parrot that. Oh, blue is a recessive gene. Oh, so you're telling me that these people, these black people, went in a cave for 40,000 years and came out white with blue eyes? Because that's basically what this science is telling us. You know, this is ridiculous. It's not science, it's biased. And it keeps people at each other's throats. Yeah. And it's just not correct. When I had to go further into the studies, I had to realize, okay, well, what if somebody, why do people have straight hair? Well, why do people have wavy hair and curly hair and then tight curly hair? Right. And I realized that with certain scientific studies, people with straight blonde hair have had chemotherapy, went in to have the radiation, and later on their hair grew back darker and wavy. So they no longer had blonde hair; they had brunette hair, and you can find the pictures on the net. You can read the articles for the procedures. So this proves that radiation can make the hair protect itself with melanin by making itself darker, just the way the skin of Mediterranean people will tan a little, right? And of course, the skin of other people will have a darker tan. Indonesians. Then you have some people that you can't even tell if they got a tan because they have so much melanin. And I said that that's what I classify as fixed melanin. If you can get a tan and lose it, that's transitional. And if you don't get a tan, that's actually combustible because it's a sulfur base in the skin. And it would make sense that humans gained melanin instead of losing it. So this brings a big uproar in many communities. But it was great because, you know, controversy is good. I mean, and it's based on science. You know, it's actually based on real science because Darwinism tends to have an explanation for everything. If you spoke to, you know, any scientist, and that's not good science. That's bad science. And so then actually it's saying that mere facts, you know, won't change it. Right. And that is the problem. So I had to go fact hunting, and hopefully I'll have the book out. I'll give everybody a free copy. It's going to be called The Theory of Adaptation, you know, unless we change the title. But basically it's showing that people adapt to this planet, this foreign environment with the foreign sun. And, you know, we really, honestly, can't really say that we truly know where we come from, but we can pretty much say where we don't come from. You know, because I mean, there's no fossil between a fish and amphibian. There's no fossil between an amphibian and a reptile. There's no missing link between the reptile and the mammal. Much to, let's say, the monkey and the baboon, between the baboon and the ape, between the ape and the gorilla and the man. It is so ridiculous when you look at it. And that's why I push people to study it, because if you look at it, you'll start to read it and say, you got to be kidding me. This is a fairy tale.
Well, let me ask you something, Sid. Sid, let me ask you something. Now, we were talking earlier back in the beginning of the show there with Norma and myself, and I mentioned the fact that on the one program that they showed like the Denisovians, the Homo erectus, the Neanderthals, and all them were all separated as far as groups go. And I want to know what your take is. Do you think there was interbreeding between them, and do you think that they were meant to be a separate species? And if not, how did we evolve from Homo sapiens, let's say from Denisovians or from Homo erectus, you know? You understand what I'm saying?
Honestly, from the research, it doesn't seem like they're the same people. It's like you can't interbreed with Homo erectus and Neanderthal, Homo habilis, or any of the other so-called pre-humans.
Okay.
Now they're starting to see that Neanderthals totally are not related to humans. So it's basically based on an incomplete science.
Don't forget, clear back in the Bible, when the Watchers came down and bred with the women of the world, you know, there's a lot of strange things. If you actually go back through religious history, you can sort of pick this stuff up.
Oh yeah. It's not to say that people didn't. You know, you're looking at the difference between the creations breeding with each other, like Homo erectus and Neanderthal, as opposed to the creators breeding with the creation. Now, the creators, I would say, probably did. Now, from what I've read from not only several Bibles, but also other religious books, there were groups of, let's say, higher than humans that definitely procreated with humans. I mean, if you look at Mount Hermon, when the 200 angels came down and, you know, rebelled and said, look, we're going to take the wives of man, and we're going to stay with them. So we know that we can't go back on the spaceship after this, because God is going to have a problem with it. And if I look at it in my way, I'm like, I'm going to come down and have sex with the women on the planet. If we fly to another planet and you think I'm going to stay on that ship and listen to you, you're going to have a rebellion. That's just the bottom line. And especially, I mean, the most important thing in life is sex. It's procreation. You know, this is what is part of our creation. So, you know, so I look at that and I say, the Nephilim, I mean,
I
you're looking at
realize that is the truth.
It is.
I mean, and today it's just, when I really study it, archaeology, there is so many erotic things that are left out that I noticed that they omit from TV. When you go and you see these statues for yourself, you'll see penises hanging out, beautiful vaginas, rear ends. In Greece, you see epitome of male bodies, and in India, not only do you see beautiful female bodies carved in stone, you see intercourse.
Oh, here we go. Hang on, folks, don't leave me. Well, you know what? We get dropped. Unbelievable. Come on.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Thank you.
Conversation is like way too crazy for me. I gotta go. It's getting late. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Okay, dear. Thank you.
You know, like I said, to me, I can't understand why people don't understand the importance of that. You know, the connection between men and women is what life is about.
Absolutely.
It totally is.
But
it's not to want that. So we got to wonder, is what's telling us not to be together, is that really good? So that makes us think for ourselves to say the union of men and women together is actually the greatest thing. So anything, no matter who says it, that tells us that's not right, we should use our common sense and say, no, that doesn't come from the right source. No matter how you made it seem like it comes from the right source, it's not right. Any religion that has that.
Has sex. Every animal, every has, well, maybe not what do you call it? Those those certain fish that are male and female.
Right, they both.
Seahorses.
Yeah.
But masculinity and female. I just wonder what our world would be like though if we had women who were the presidents or leaders or.
Well, we did.
Women,
we did.
It would be a much fairer world if
we bring life to the world.
Yeah.
No, a lot of. I'm not saying every female.
Multiple people, or if it's a union between two. Like if someone
between two.
Yeah.
Well, you have to look at it this way too, and this is the problem.
I'm sorry, but
yeah.
Well, think about this, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because now this is the thing I spoke about on the video that I just posted on the Sentence of Atlantis, that people got very angry with me. I mean, girls were leaving comments like telling me I was an asshole, all type of stuff, because I was expressing that when men are trying to tell me that a woman may seem used because she has a child or because she's had a lot of sex. And I tell them, well, and I said it on the show, I said, well, if I give you a book that 10 people read, I said, you're telling me you're not going to get the same knowledge out of it? It's the I said,
right.
In olden days, when somebody saw a woman with a child, it was the opposite. They knew she was fertile.
Right.
Because the whole thing was so today they have us demonizing women for doing the most natural thing in the world, which is having kids.
Mm-hmm.
To demonize women, because there were like the pagans. Women were elevated. Even today in some Native American cultures, women. I know in mine, women are the dominant.
Yeah.
In the Navajo. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Even in humans. Even in humans.
Yeah.
People don't realize that female girls mature way quicker than male boys. They dominate male boys until they get way into their 20s. You'll never have a female and a male of the same age that are equal, be equal. The female will always be ahead of him. This is why usually older men will marry women a couple of years younger or many years younger.
Right.
And usually older. Okay.
Can I ask you? Okay, so I believe in the importance of masculinity and feminism, but where is this? I'm seeing this increase in femininity in men.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Well, you definitely see
it's the queer eye for the straight guy.
Yeah. Brokeback Mountain came out.
Why are more men? I just see it all around me, everywhere today.
That's because, and I got this feeling.
To be by design.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The design of where they're trying to push people, because it all goes in line with what I'm saying about human beings being an experiment. That there are creators hiding or in hiding or looking at us, or Earth is a big laboratory, and they are tweaking the buttons.
Yeah.
And we can clearly see, because when I look at a woman, right, and I see men who happen to choose a different path than like men or whatever, I look at it and I say, I don't understand that, because I look at the beauty and not that the woman is the opposite sex. She's the complementary sex. She's the one that we make something together. Now, when I look at it the other way and I say to myself, okay, if we were created, there's a thing that's still pulling the strings. That, this society, the modern society, didn't come from nothing. It definitely didn't come from us, like Darwinism is saying that we got so smart that we're creating this. No, that doesn't make any sense. If you look at the jump in technology in the last 20 years compared to the last 2,000 years of history, something has to be behind it.
Absolutely.
Totally. So, absolutely. That seems engineered, and I do see a lot more. And not only that, there are promotions of that If a person comes out, they have a person scared in this society of politically correctness to say racist or to say something about homosexuals because you don't want to be called a racist or you don't want to be called a homophobe.
Exactly.
And that actually is censoring people without knowing they're even being censored.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it goes back to what I said a while ago. Our government, you know, you go into a grocery store and pretty much almost, I would say 85 to 90% of that is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Every box, every frozen, there's no nutritional value in those whatsoever.
Fast food.
You know.
Fast food. Yeah.
And our government knows that this stuff that they're putting in the food or in animals, antibiotics and whatever, is bad for us, but yet they allow it. You know, they're pushing it.
Yeah.
They're pushing the drugs. They're pushing
a certain amount of
unnatural food for us, you know.
But you know what, though, Lee? In the same sense, these people, like you say, you go into the store and you look, and like 90% of it is all this boxed stuff. Our society, that's what they want now. They want the easy pickings and the easy making and the easy, you know, if they had to go out in the garden and pick a tomato and some lettuce and some cucumbers and take it inside, dice it up, slice it up, put it in a bowl, add your salad dressing, that's just too much damn work for them. They can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
You and I, Clarence, and probably Tim too. I grew up where we rarely went to the store. Everything we had came from the garden or the
Absolutely.
farm or
Absolutely.
or the river.
Yes.
Or deer or what. I grew up like that.
Yeah.
We had milk, fresh milk. We had a milk cow right there.
Absolutely.
You know, we
Yes.
had that. We rarely, what we got from the store was maybe flour and
But
sugar and
our society has changed so much as far as fast food.
180.
Yeah, well, you know, and it's totally ridiculous. It really is. You know, why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. It's just like we're just trying to live too fast, too much. And you know, as you were talking about the time changing and stuff like that. Well, there you go. That's all part of it. You know, we will not slow down.
People make like you go into a city, they have to make this excitement for themselves, like movies and music and all this stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I live kind of rural.
Mm-hmm.
I live on the Navajo Reservation, and if I drove out onto a dirt road and just parked right there, the enormity of how boring our world really is almost overwhelming.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look at the rocks and the trees and the sky and the dirt, and
the vastness.
It's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, I'd love it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, you don't have the noise of cars and people. It's just.
But you know how many people, Lee, you know how many people you would take out there that would just beat you over the head to get away from that?
Yes, and that's just it.
You know?
They would run from that.
Exactly.
That's really what life
Exactly.
really is.
Yes, exactly. Give me back my cell phone. Give me back my Nintendo. Yeah.
Maybe that's the city. I can't stand it out here in the country.
Exactly. I'm out of here. Yeah, who can live with the bugs and the exactly. It's amazing. It's totally amazing.
And really, that's who we are, truly. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have to say, living, 40 minutes from New York City, even in the suburbs, is not, I don't like it. Other people look at me as I'm crazy. I don't like to hear fire horns, and I hear that a lot out here, even in the suburbs.
See, that's,
I don't want to hear sirens. The people are used to this. You know, they bring their kids up in it.
Yeah.
And, you look at it, the supermarkets aren't even 100 years old. They came around in the 40s. So the dinner table was in the garden. It really was. And now, the problem is that they are not selling food. They're basically selling drugs masquerading as food. So when you sell, there's a scientific study that came out about 2 or 3 years ago. You can find it on the internet. Now, this is a scientific fact. Oreo cookies are more addictive than cocaine hydrochloride. So what people call cocaine is not as addictive as Oreo. Now look at a child's behavior. They will risk getting beaten in public. And and the parent will say the child was acting up. No, you turn your kid into a crackhead.
Right.
And now you're going to get mad that the crackhead child wants his crack when you put it in his face in the supermarket. And others got very mad at me.
You're right, though.
I said, look, you can't be a crackhead.
Yeah.
It's like because I used to say, what do people wait till they're in the supermarket to beat their child? I didn't understand it. And, I made a video about it years ago.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
But you're right.
And then when I look at the behavior of adults, like when I first got out the military, I used to walk to the store to buy a Mr. Good bar with peanuts 11, 12 o'clock at night. I had a sugar thing. And I realized, what the hell is this? I'm not walking to the store to buy an apple or a straw.
Right.
These unnatural things. Yeah, and that's how you know something's addictive.
Yeah.
What strikes me as amazing is how many people do not know how to cook these days.
That's true too.
They do not know how to make a whole.
That's very true.
No, they don't. They know how to open a box.
20-year-olds, they don't know how to cook.
Yep.
Yeah, they think eating something up is cooking. That's the way.
Well, it's all the easy stuff. Yeah, microwave. Everything's microwave this and oven that.
Microwave food has been proven to be very, very, very unhealthy. They showed that one time they had a blood transfusion and the person was bleeding out so quick that the nurse heated the blood in the microwave and the person died from the transfusion.
Oh,
There's scientific evidence that shows microwaves, boiling water in it. A girl did an experiment for, I think, like 7 days. She watered a plant, one with microwave water that was cooled off and one with tap water. The microwave water plant died. And she has this on video on YouTube. So these facts don't affect Darwinism. They don't affect this.
Our government's allowing us to use the microwave and not really telling us the truth of what it really can do to us.
And we got to expect that. You know why? When the word govern means to hold back, to limit, to restrict, like the governor on a car or the governor of a state.
Exactly.
Ment comes from the Latin word mente.
Why does a human being, why does a president want so much? I mean, wouldn't he want the best for his people? I just don't.
No, because the president itself, that's the presiding officer, the governor. These people are there.
I know that, but it's just common sense to me that our leader would want the best for his people, whether it's food or health or, but evidently I'm way out there because that's not what they want.
You know what? I think it's mainly, what do you want for your child? Would you teach her how to cook?
I did. My mom didn't teach me, and I didn't teach mine. But I'm a pretty decent cook, but my mom didn't teach me, and my mom was, she could do chef quality stuff, and she was such a good cook, but she didn't teach me. And really, my daughter, anytime she went in the kitchen, she'd start crying, so her dad would. He would say, leave her alone. So I didn't, and I was working so much that I really didn't take the time to teach my daughter. And I regret it,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's how they get us. They give us the work.
Control over that.
I was working I was working a full-time job taking care of my two kids, and I just didn't, just getting dinner on the table and getting them, ready for school and homework and whatever,
Yeah, they design it that way. They make it so hard for a woman with children to survive. When you look at that, that's something that people should think about every day. But like I have said, where it got a lot of men upset with me, I said sports basically are meant to keep people stupid.
Oh my God, I can totally 100% agree with you there.
And not only that,
is football, basketball, baseball, racing. That was my against the blind divorce.
Oh yeah, and what's worse than
90
teaching them
seconds.
stupid is they
Oh,
raise
my
their
goodness.
children to be even dumber or even participate in these sports
Yeah.
that have been known to kill and injure people. There's one thing with exercising, but there's another thing when you're trying to compete and take somebody's head off in a football game, and you're not even realizing that guys have been taken off that field in stretchers. There's been incidents of people dying.
Yeah.
When you have a high
Yeah, we
school,
pay
which
them ungodly salaries to do this, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it all starts with sending the child to
60
school,
seconds.
and the school has a football team that they admire more than the genius in the school. So the genius in the school is a nerd, but the football guy is the hero.
Right.
And that's how we value physical prowess over intelligence. So we end up with idiots, and we have cowards that make the laws. And in the olden states of Asia, they said if you have a place where the intellects make the laws and the warriors are separated, you're going to have cowards sending people off for heroes to die. And that's what we see today. You got to keep the smart and the warrior separated. Because if the warrior is smart, he's not going to go off and fight something that's not worthy or doesn't need to be fought. Today, if you look at your average warrior, he's not very smart. And if you look at your average smart person, he has no bit of a warrior in him, really.
Exactly.
So that's not a good thing. And also, men are kept to be afraid of women. They don't know about women. They don't understand relationships. They don't like how can you want to watch a game instead of take care of your kids?
Yeah.
They want to keep it. They want to keep
Have a relationship with your wife. You know, now you want to know what your wife's favorite color is or what she likes to do. Or no, I mean, you're right. I mean, men don't even, today I see that. Men are so, and the internet has really ruined relationships between men and women. I mean,
Absolutely.
I raised children by myself, and I worked, and each one of my children had different interests. But I also taught my child respect. I taught my child all of the things that, you know, I don't care if it's a janitor, you will stay fair. I don't care if it's whatever. It's what I taught my children. I also taught my children to be kind and to be nice and never hurt a woman.
Right.
Never raise a hand to a woman.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I taught my son. Well, I never tolerate that. I would never let a man.
I don't believe in hurting.
And when you get married,
hurting women or hurting children.
Nope, exactly.
Yeah, and when you get married,
I have a big problem with child abuse.
And when you get married,
hey folks,
when you get married, you treat your wife like a princess.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, guys, yeah, we're running out of time.
My daughter,
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, exactly.
Time's up again.
Time's up again. Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately.
Awesome show.
Well, I am going to do one tomorrow night. So we'll be here again tomorrow for sure, 6 o'clock on the dot. So if you guys are free, please join us again and we can continue this. This is awesome.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Absolutely.
We'll see you then.
Have
a good night.
You too.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You too. All right. Thanks, Tim. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, folks. Well, unfortunately, that's the end of our show, and I'm losing all my callers. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay, you heard it. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, Blog Talk Radio. I will post another event, and we'll get this thing continued tomorrow evening. So until then, thanks, everybody. It's a fantastic show. I loved it. Thank you all for being here. Please join us, follow us, whatever. We'll be here again tomorrow night. Until then, keep your eyes to the skies. Thank you all very, very much.